So, and that's right, Christina, snow is still falling this Sunday morning. It has been snowing all night, and as you can see, we have some light snow flurries right now, so that will continue throughout the day and pick up the inches of snow that we see on the ground. Now, every year, thousands of undocumented immigrants travel to the United States to provide a better life for their families, but find restrictions based on immigration status are not the only obstacles to obtaining health care. Even those who are eligible for healthcare benefits are less likely to receive them and often find other alternatives when it comes to seeking medical treatment. Now, it is in this busy area where drivers have complained of golf balls damaging their vehicles as they make their daily commutes. As you can see behind me, this golf range is located just feet away from this busy road where cars are constantly making their way back and forth. As the population continues to push further east for more centralized areas of El Paso, local businesses and corporations such as Cabo Joe's and Cincinnati continue to meet with the city's growing demands. Now, Heritage Foods has recalled this popular fruity drink over customer complaints that it has been causing vomiting and diarrhea. Though the issue is still under investigation, the company believes it may be the result of an E. coli outbreak. Though public hospitals are legally mandated to care for patients who need emergency treatment, regardless of citizenship status or ability to pay, health executives say they are often caught between the requirement to accept all patients and the political battle over immigration. Now, these beads are typically found in cleansing products like this face wash, acting as exfoliators and tiny scrubbers, helping to wipe away dirt and oil from the skin. But it's these tiny, nearly impossible to dissolve plastic particles that pass through our filter systems and end up in our water streams. From chocolate daisies to scandens and pavona roses, UTEP is home to one of the largest gardens in the Chihuahuan desert region.
Sí, en eso él tiene mucha razón, que me van a preguntar por ID, por seguro social, o que no me atiendan.
Just hours after accidentally injuring his knee, Jose Gutierrez debated whether to seek emergency care at the University Medical Center for fear of being turned away or, worse, deported. Disparities in healthcare coverage between immigrants and native-born residents have risen in part from policy changes. However, efforts at reforming the healthcare system in regards to immigrants have varied in terms of success in the past decade. Every year, thousands of undocumented immigrants travel to the United States to provide a better life for their families, but find restrictions based on immigration status are not the only obstacles to obtaining health care. Even those who are eligible for healthcare benefits are less likely to receive them and often find other alternatives when it comes to seeking medical treatment.
If they are not documented, but they live in this country, they will not be able to enroll in the Affordable Care Act, under the Affordable Care Act. However, we do have resources in this community, as there are all along the entire U.S.-Mexico border, for anyone who needs health care of some kind. There are places like this facility here. This is the San Vicente, Centro San Vicente Clinic, and clinics like this provide all kinds of assistance and health care and all kinds of information to anyone who walks in the door. It doesn't matter whether they're immigrants, legal or not legal. If they walk in the door and they need information or they need specific guidance on how to receive good health care, they will be given that information here at these facilities.
The Center for Social Justice and New York Lawyers for the Public Interest have documented at least 600 immigrants who were involuntarily removed in the past 5 years for medical reasons. The figure is based on data from hospitals, humanitarian organizations, news reports, and immigrant advocates who cited specific cases. However, the actual number is believed to be significantly higher because many more cases almost certainly go unreported.
Under federal law, if they have an emergency and they go to the University Medical Center, they have to be treated. They will not be turned away.
Though public hospitals are legally mandated to care for patients who need emergency treatment, regardless of citizenship status or ability to pay, health executives say they are often caught between the requirement to accept all patients and the political battle over immigration. Reporting for UTEP News, I'm Valerie Herrera. So that's right, Christina, snow is still falling this Sunday morning. It has been snowing all night, and as you can see, we have some light snow flurries right now, so that will continue throughout the day and pick up the inches of snow that we see on the ground. Now I brought some measuring tape with me so you can see exactly how much snow has fallen in East El Paso. We have about 6 inches right there. Now according to the forecast, we are expected to see about 7 to 9 inches of snow throughout the day, maybe a little more in the surrounding areas, depending where you're located, especially in West El Paso. And if you don't have to go anywhere, please stay home. That has picked up quite a bit since last night, and it will gradually continue to increase. If you are planning to make that commute, please do so cautiously. As you can see behind me, we do have some roadways that are slushed over. They are expected to ice in the next few hours or later today, so drive cautiously. Now you can expect to see some road closures scattered throughout the city. We have already been receiving reports of church cancellations and other events going on throughout the day that have canceled as well. Now some stores and restaurants have decided to take that snow day off and close until further notice. You can read up on the details and updates on our website at theprospectordaily.com. Now here we have some footage from an El Paso viewer sent in Central El Paso who was trying to make it home from work. As you can see, there is hardly anyone out in the streets right now. There are some icy roads, and some drivers have even decided to pull over to the side to wait it out. So if you can, avoid being on those roads at all costs. But for your safety, if you must make that drive, do so cautiously. Now you are outside, keep sending in those photos and videos of what it looks like in your area. Keep safe. That snow is not going anywhere, so stay warm and stay tuned. We will keep sending you updates on weather coverage throughout the day. Reporting live from East El Paso, I'm Valerie Herrera. Now back to you, Christina. The El Paso Desert has long been faced with severe drought conditions. With water utilities asking El Pasoans to conserve water, it appears there's no hope for blooming gardens in our own front yards. However, there is much beauty in the life and diversity of native plants that can be found here in the desert region. From chocolate daisies to scandens and pavona roses, UTEP is home to one of the largest gardens in the Chihuahuan Desert region. Requiring low maintenance and water usage, the flourishing nature of the desert garden brings great impact to the use of native plants in the UTEP landscaping design.
Well, the garden here is an example of the use of Chihuahuan desert plants to show people how they can use, low water use, desert adapted plants, native plants in their landscapes, and hopefully use less water.
The Chihuahuan Desert consists of a number of adjacent gardens designed to show the attractiveness of native desert plants for landscaping in the desert region. By demonstrating landscaping techniques that conserve water on the UTEP campus, it serves as a resource for formal and informal botanical and environmental teaching.
By making a wide variety of native plants available each year that they can't ordinarily get in local nurseries, with a few exceptions, we're providing something that we had hoped when we started that the local nurseries would do. They didn't. So we've now become the largest source for plants of this type of native or adapted. Not all of our plants here are native, but they are adapted to this region.
With over 600 species of native plants, the Chihuahuan Desert Botanical Garden is dedicated to the flora of the Chihuahuan Desert culture.
We're part of UTEP. This is, I've worked at UTEP since 1964. This is, I wouldn't start it somewhere off campus. It's part of our public service, public education. And putting it somewhere else wouldn't serve the purpose for UTEP.
Though the garden serves as a resource for both botanical and environmental education, its intentions are to demonstrate that the use of native plants and landscaping can be fulfilling in terms of beauty and water conservation for the desert region.